In this video, we'll discuss some basics of using tables in Excel. I'm going to show you a typical workflow of mine and how tables make this workflow so much easier and help to minimize errors. When I'm doing an analysis in Excel, I like to create a sheet dedicated exclusively to dropping in summarized analyses. This really helps me to see everything in one place and then compare data where I need to and have somewhere to go later when I need to reference the analysis. This particular data set includes outcome data from a survey, and it's broken out into locations and then cities. So I need to do a little bit of work on this data set, and what I need to do for each city is calculate the total average for each outcome, also for each city, and then I also need to calculate the total average for each location. Then I need to rank order each location from the highest to lowest overall average. After that, then I can cut and paste the data into a Word document for the final report or however else I'm going to present this. So looking at the spreadsheet here, you can see that this was the sort of traditional way that I would have approached this before. You can see in red that I calculated the location averages on the rows and then the category averages along the columns. So I put some filters on the top row, and now I want to rank order the location averages from high to low. And you can see that when I do that, the category averages then get mixed into the rest. And as I do that, if there are formulas in these, which there are, they'll begin to calculate different ranges of data as everything shifts around. So keeping formulas in here isn't usually a really good idea. Also, you can see that if I want to manipulate City 3 in the same way, I wouldn't be able to do that because you can only put these filters on one set of data. So you can see here when I go in and I go to my sort and filter, the filter button is already selected. So the only way that I would be able to do that is to clear these up here and then reapply them to City 3. Now, are there workarounds for these things? Absolutely. I could totally spend some time wrestling with Excel to get what I need, but in the interest of time and efficiency, my preference is to just slap some tables on these things and go forth. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So one way to create a table is to click anywhere inside of your data, go to Insert, and then click Table. And it'll automatically put a box around the adjacent data in that area. If you have headers, then you just want to click OK, and there's your table. Now, if you want to remove the table in the Design or the Table Design tab, you want to just click inside your table and then say Convert to Range. And then that will convert the data table into a normal range of data. Now, it'll keep the formatting though, these blue bars. So if you want to remove that, you'll need to go into Editing, and then over here to the right under this little eraser, you want to clear formatting, and then that'll take care of it. For me though, I want to first add my average row where I pull all of the averages together for the outcomes. So once I do that, now I'm going to define my range for Excel. I'm going to define it, not just put my cursor in the middle of it, because I want to exclude that total row because I do not want that row getting mixed into the other rows when I do the filtering like before, and that's one of the benefits of using a table. Now, another great thing about tables is that you can put a formula into a column and it will autofill all the way down immediately. So you just put your formula in here. I'm going to get the averages, and then as soon as you click or as soon as you press return, it autofills all the way down. Now, this is beneficial because sometimes if you have, say, hundreds or thousands of rows of data and you're not going to pull that handle all the way down manually, and all you're going to do is just click twice on it and it'll autofill. If there's one blank row in that whole bit of data and you try to do the autofill, it'll stop at the empty row. But in a table, it won't. It'll fill every row that's in your designated range. So now that I have my table created with the averages set, I can do the filtering as needed, the high to low, and then everything will stay neatly in place. And I can do that now for all of the tables on this spreadsheet.